Rumor has it that Corey Gamble called Kris an ugly old lady and slapped her in the face after breaking up with her. As if that weren't enough, he is also accused of stealing an incredible $500 million from Kris. Rumors circulated from the start suggesting that Corey was more attracted to Kris's wealth than to her, and it appears these suspicions may have some merit. Everyone is buzzing about this dramatic fallout, which presents the Kardashian Jenner matriarch with yet another significant issue. Renowned for her tough-as-nails demeanor and astute business sense, Kris Jenner is currently coping with a significant amount of emotional betrayal. The $500 million theft claim is a severe setback that calls into doubt her personal allegiance and sense of trust. The public is eager to see Kris' response to these grave allegations. Will she file a lawsuit against Corey, or will she handle this incident in the spectacular manner that characterizes the Kardashians? This is a story that will undoubtedly continue, and there may be significant repercussions. Keep checking back because there's always turmoil around the Kardashian Jenner family. And this most recent development is definitely one to remember. Kris Jenner, who had gone through 2 failed marriages, turned to Corey Gamble for comfort. He promised to stick by her side and never leave her. But the hard reality appears to go against what he said. Is Corey really the man he says he is? Or is he caught up in a web of lies? Even though Kris and Corey seem to have a close, courteous, and encouraging relationship, it's strange that no one has ever met his family. There are even rumors that Corey was put in a deliberate position to spy on the Kardashian family. Kris Jenner has been dating Corey, who is 25 years her junior, for almost a decade. However, the damage to their once supportive relationship is now irreversible. According to reports, Corey recently broke up with Kris for no apparent reason, which infuriated Kris. According to a source, Kris is having a hard time accepting that Corey has shown his true colors. 2014 saw the start of their adventure at a party, coinciding with Kris and Caitlyn Jenner's breakup. In spite of the timing, Corey boldly went up to the reality star and introduced himself, laying the groundwork for their future partnership. After over 10 years together, Corey, who is 25 years Kris Jenner's junior, has caused irreversible damage to their once supportive relationship. According to reports, Kris was upset when Corey abruptly broke the relationship for an unclear reason. According to an insider, Kris is having a hard time accepting that Corey has shown his own self. 2014 saw the start of their adventure at a party, coinciding with Kris and Caitlyn Jenner's breakup. In spite of the timing, Corey boldly went up to the reality star and introduced himself, laying the groundwork for their future partnership. Corey was managing Justin Bieber's tour at the moment for Scooter Braun. Soon after they met, the pair went on several dinner dates and on a trip to Mexico. They were immediately inseparable. In March 2015, Corey made his debut on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. When talking about their mother's new relationship, Kris' kids expressed worry about the couple's large age gap and said that Kris might be going too quickly. Kris and Corey debuted on the red carpet at the esteemed Met Gala a mere 2 months later, dressing all in black for the event. Even after their relationship lasted for several years, Khloe still harbored doubts about Kris and Corey, despite the original doubts expressed by all the Kardashian sisters. Khloe confronted Corey about his frequently aloof conduct toward her in a January 2018 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, expressing a want to feel more at ease in their relationship. Kris and Corey carried on their romance while on vacation in the south of France, in spite of this conflict. After seeing each other holding hands in Antibes, there were immediately speculations of an impending engagement when Kris was photographed donning a big diamond ring. During a game of Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts, Kris chose to eat a cricket rather than respond to inquiries about the ring, which fanned rumors when she was asked about it on The Late Late Show with James Corden. There were also murmurs in the rumor mill suggesting that Kris and Corey could be secretly married. On a different edition of the show, real drama erupted when Kanye West challenged Corey about his reserved demeanor. Kim reported that Corey was asked quite simply by Kanye why the Kardashian Jenner family had never met his family, Despite Kim's disapproval of Kany's strategy, she recognized his concern about privacy, considering Corey's history dating Kris. Tensions increased during a family vacation to Palm Springs as a result of Khloe's siding with Kanye. Kris confronted Khloe about her treatment of Corey during one episode. Later, Khloe apologized and told her mother that all she wanted was for her to be happy, regardless of the person she dated, as long as they were kind to her. Kanye's worries were not unwarranted though. Why hadn't Corey told Kris about his family? According to Kanye, Corey was hired to infiltrate the Kardashian family and had hidden agendas. Kanye said in an Instagram post from 2022 that Corey had gotten close to Puff's family and Justin Bieber and had entered Kris's life after her divorce. Kanye hinted that Corey might be employed by a company similar to DuPont. Even a video of Corey kissing a young woman was uploaded by Kanye, but it was removed right away. Kanye was written off as insane by the Kardashians, and Kim even entertained the idea of putting him in conservatorship at one time. After some time passed with no word, it became evident to those close to the Kardashians that Corey had cheated. An informant claims that Corey cheated on Kris at a private gathering by going out with a close family friend. Corey sneaked into a room with this woman after Kris left the party early, and a few people observed them leave together. Kris only recently learned about the incident, even though it happened a few months ago. This led to a violent confrontation in which Corey denied any wrongdoing. When things got out of hand, Kim confronted Corey in their house. After 2 unsuccessful marriages, Kris was horrified by the news and did everything in her power to prevent the scandal from making headlines. In 1995, Kris got married to Robert Kardashian, a well-known lawyer who gained notoriety as one of O.J. Simpson's defense attorneys in the 1995 murder trial. Following their split, Kris wed Olympic gold medalist Bruce Jenner, who subsequently underwent a gender transition to become Caitlyn Jenner. Kris' marriages have regularly drawn media notice, particularly her union with Caitlyn. She had conflicting feelings about Caitlyn's transition. She offered her support at first, but she also opened up about her emotional challenges and confusion about how it affected their family dynamic and long-term relationship. There were tense times following both parties' public declarations, and as of right now, Kris and Caitlyn are not in contact. Given the unfavorable media coverage of her prior marriages, Kris was keen to steer clear of any more scandal with Corey. Kris constantly works to keep any bad relationship problems out of the public eye in order to preserve a positive public image. She frequently pretends everything is perfect when the truth is far different. The relationship between Corey and the couple soured after his cheating affair. A series of disagreements broke out, and Kris began to lose faith in Corey. These arguments got so bad that Corey made the decision to split up with Kris for the time being. An insider said that Corey recommended taking a break to give them both space and time to consider their desires. He battles Kris's lack of faith in him. Kris appears to be motivated by a sense of guilt to stick with the relationship despite the difficulties. Rumor has it that the pair has thought about going to therapy to go out their problems. Now let's discuss the relationship between Kris and Corey. These two have been together for an incredible 10 years. Robert Kardashian came first, followed by Caitlyn Jenner, and now Corey Gamble. Hold on to your hats, though, for the best is yet to come. There are rumors circulating that Corey may be Kris's spouse as well as her boyfriend. Yes, you read correctly. Secret marriage and everything. Let's get back to the meaty stuff. Did Kim and Corey truly get along? The grapevine, at least, seems to think so. The really bad news is this. Kris isn't exactly losing his mind about it. Why? Due to the rumor that Kris has a history of, well, being, understanding when it comes to her daughter's amorous adventures, giving Diddy a dirty look. Hey, not too big of a deal. Kris Jenner's empire appears to be imploding right in front of our eyes. This time, her methods may not be enough to save the reality TV queen, who is dealing with a mound of issues. Check this out then. There are rumors that Kris Jenner is embroiled in a major controversy over Diddy and his dubious activities. Rumor has it that Kris made fun of Kim Kardashian, her own daughter, in front of Diddy's notorious group of weirdos. Yes, you heard correctly. It like something from a Hollywood suspense film. And if that shocking revelation wasn't enough, Kris has additional unfavorable news. The Kardashians show was canceled by Hulu, a significant surprise announcement from the streaming behemoth. You can bet everything that Kris is furious about this. Kris Jenner's problems appear to be mounting more quickly than before. The IRS is apparently hitting Kris hard over claims that she evaded taxes through her California community church, which is a startling turn of events. Kris and everyone connected to her might face severe repercussions from this. According to the IRS, Kris has been trying to hide a sizable sum of money under the pretense of the church in order to avoid paying taxes on both her own and her children's behalf. If these accusations are accurate, it might be problematic for her entire family in addition to Kris. There could be severe consequences. Kris' assets and bank accounts could be frozen by the IRS, which would be extremely damaging to her reputation and financial situation. Additionally, Kris and the other parties involved may go to jail if she is charged with a crime. As the inquiry progresses, one thing is certain: the life of Kris Jenner is going to get extremely convoluted. Keep an eye out, since this might be the start of the Kardashian family matriarch's demise. In 2009, Kris started the California Community Church, previously called the Life Change Church. Brad Johnson serves as its head pastor. Viewers of KUWTK may recognize him from officiating Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom's wedding. He is a family friend of the Kardashians. The fact that Kris established her own church could surprise some people. But the family has a long history of religious affiliation, and they frequently appear on their broadcasts praying. Additionally, they post about it on their social media accounts. Many people's primary concern with Kris starting her own church appears to be that there has been some conjecture over the years over the authenticity of her church. The primary question here is whether Kris chose to start her own church in order to deduct it from her taxes. Tithing is the custom of giving 10% of one's earnings back to the church. It is a practice commonly known as within the church. This made many people suspicious of Kris because it's well known that she keeps 10% of all her kids' income. Many also thought that the coincidence of her creating her own church was too great to be true. Considering that many managers take roughly 10% of their clients' revenue, this may not seem like something that anyone should be suspicious of at this stage.